Welcome to the Hire Arabia podcast, powered by MatchMaker #1. I'm Ines Mokrani, recruiter, coach, and connector of talent across Europe and the Middle East. In this podcast, we explore the challenges, opportunities, and success stories of hiring in one of the world's most dynamic regions. Let's dive in. Welcome to our podcast. Today, we're diving into the art of retaining top talent in the Middle East. The discussion really centers on how focusing on leadership can transform retention.
Yep, absolutely. There's this bold idea that companies spend so much on hiring, but when it comes to keeping talent, they completely drop the ball.
Right, exactly. It's like they throw money, titles, perks, basically every shiny thing at talent, but then they get surprised when folks leave in just 6 months.
Oh yeah, it really paints a picture. Great professionals leaving not because of the market, but because they don't feel connected to their leaders.
Indeed. And you know what? The real crux is that retention isn't magic. It's all about leadership. If you can't lead well, you're stuck in a constant cycle of recruiting.
Yes, I agree. Right. Instead of chasing talent, companies should start keeping it by building trust, empowering growth, and nurturing emotional loyalty.
Absolutely. Yeah, leadership here isn't just about setting directions or imposing rules. It's about truly connecting, listening, and even sometimes providing tough feedback.
Right on. One point that really struck me is the idea that people don't quit companies. They quit leadership silence. Seriously, when you think about it, if leaders aren't giving feedback or recognizing efforts, then yeah, why would anyone stick around?
That's spot on. Right. It's like when you join a team and there's no communication, no acknowledgement of your work, it just feels empty. And so much talent ends up looking for genuine support elsewhere.
Oh, totally. I mean, take for example the environment in many Middle Eastern companies, often very top-down, where decisions flow one way and feedback is nearly non-existent.
Yeah, that's definitely a sticking point. Exactly. And it leads to that generational clash, especially with Gen Z professionals who expect a conversation rather than a command. It's almost like they want mentors rather than bosses.
Right, exactly. But here's where it becomes interesting. Leaders in these regions are starting to get that retention is actually about building a relationship, creating a culture rather than just having a reactive, crisis-driven approach.
For sure. True. And they say that in this region, emotional loyalty outweighs material perks. An employee wants to feel understood on a personal level, whether that's an Emirati engineer valuing stability or an expat developer craving autonomy.
Yeah, that's very true. I really appreciate that nuance. But don't you think some companies might argue that you can still get retention with high financial incentives?
Oh, absolutely. But honestly, money isn't the magic fix. It's like you're building a beautiful, extravagant facade, but if there isn't trust and recognition, no amount of salary bumps are going to keep those hearts in it.
Exactly, so true. Right? And that brings us to the 5 golden rules that every company, especially in the GCC, should follow if they want to truly keep their talent.
Yes, indeed. Rule number 1, onboard like you mean it. New hires should be integrated in a way that feels personal and intentional. They shouldn't feel thrown into chaos.
True. And then, rule number 2, feedback is not a luxury. It's essential. One conversation can mean the difference between feeling valued or being quietly overlooked.
Absolutely, yep. Rule number 3 is about growth being visible. Even if promotions take time, employees need to see development opportunities, whether that's through projects, mentorship, or learning programs.
Right? That visibility is key. Yes. And rule 4, respect personal realities. I mean, in the Middle East culture, you can't ignore the balance of family, tradition, and personal values. Ignoring that, well, it just kills loyalty.
So true. Finally, rule number 5 is that recognition matters. A public nod, an acknowledgement, even small praise, builds up that emotional currency which is just priceless.
Right on point, absolutely. I like how all these rules basically boil down to one thing: leadership presence. If leaders show up, really show up, people feel connected.
Yeah, that's the heart of it. And remember, retention starts right from day one. It's not something that happens on resignation day when someone's about to walk out the door.
Could not agree more. You know, it's interesting. So many companies seem to think that by just offering what they call fancy perks, they can bypass the need for genuine leadership. But
Indeed, that's a
risky
significant oversight.
premise.
Yeah, because perks are always going to be superficial if the underlying culture is lacking trust. It's like if your foundation is shaky, even the best decorations won't save it.
Exactly. This whole discussion really drives home that retention isn't an HR metric, it's a mirror for leadership. Each time an employee walks out, it's a reflection of what they didn't find in their leadership.
Yeah, that's a powerful statement. I love that perspective. It's a wake-up call to leaders who might think of retention as just another checkbox item. It's about authenticity and empathy in leadership.
Oh, yes, totally. And isn't it fascinating that, in contrast to the constant chase for talent, the real competitive advantage lies in the loyalty of those already on board?
Absolutely. That's right. The argument here is clear. Hiring wins you growth, but keeping talent builds your legacy. And legacy, my friend, is what truly sets a company apart.
Definitely, very well said. Now, just to throw in a twist, what if a leader argues that a reactive compensation bump is enough? How do you think that holds up against the need for proactive leadership?
That's a good challenge. Well, I think it misses the larger picture. Compensation might patch a gap superficially, but it doesn't build emotional loyalty or address the underlying relationship gaps. It's like putting a bandage on a leaky pipe, ineffective in the long run.
Agreed, absolutely. Yeah, so leaders must invest in real engagement, regular feedback, understanding personal needs, and creating opportunities to grow. That's not just policy, it's a culture change.
Couldn't have put it better, right? And by cultivating that culture, companies in the Middle East can finally shift from a revolving door mindset to one of stability and growth.
Oh, definitely. It also makes me wonder how different leaders balance traditional practices with the modern demands of a diverse, multinational workforce.
That's a crucial balance. Yeah, it's like you need a tailored approach. An Emirati professional might value close family ties and job security, whereas an expat might be looking for dynamic challenges and flexible growth. It's a bit of a balancing act, right?
Exactly. So, what's the final takeaway here? Basically, if you want to retain top talent, start investing in your leadership skills, understanding your people, and crafting a personal touch in every
that's the essence of it.
interaction.
Absolutely. And just to reiterate, it's not about chasing talent with endless perks or reactive bonuses. It's about building trust from day one and maintaining that connection through genuine leadership presence.
Right, so well said. I mean, when leaders truly show up and engage, listening, empowering, and recognizing, the whole team feels it. And that, in turn, cascades into better performance and a stronger company legacy.
Yeah, indeed. At the end of the day, retention is as much a mirror for leadership as it is a metric. If great employees are leaving, it's a clear sign that what they needed simply wasn't there.
No doubt about it. Well, our conversation today really drives home one bold message. Stop chasing talent and focus on keeping it by leading with heart, authenticity, and a deep respect for each individual's unique needs.
Absolutely, exactly. Thanks for this dynamic discussion. It's been a deep dive into the heart of what truly matters in today's competitive landscape.
Agreed, it's been enlightening. Here's to a future where leadership truly shows up and companies build legacies instead of just chasing numbers.
Couldn't agree more. That's a wrap for today. Remember, a thriving company starts from within with real connection and genuine leadership. Until next time.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in to the Hire Arabia podcast, brought to you by MatchMaker #1. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share, and leave us a review. It helps us connect even more talented individuals with opportunities. See you next time. Until then, keep building bridges between cultures and careers.